Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today we've got an N1 Starfighter preview for Star Wars X-Wing 2nd Edition Wave 4, which should be coming out hopefully within the next couple of weeks. I think possibly as early as maybe 2 weeks, but we'll have to wait and see. Probably 3. I'm guessing 3 weeks right now. We'll see. N1 Starfighter coming out. The Naboo Royal N1 Starfighter, because it is royal. And it might be a royal pain in the butt to your enemies. Dad joke, hashtag that was lame. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and jump and look at this N1 Starfighter. I do want to remind you guys, if you are new here, I am giving away the Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi for Star Wars Celebration Black Series Celebration exclusive. All you have to do to enter to win that giveaway is be a subscriber and leave a comment. And on any one of my videos, it's as simple as that. That's still running for until the end of the month, so make sure you subscribe and let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Alright, so N1 Starfighter. Now, we didn't get any generic previews here, so looking at the dial, we do have Talon rolls, but no K-turn, so we do have a lot of blue maneuvers. We've got the 1 straight, so it's a fast ship that can also do a 1 straight and a 5 straight, all white maneuvers there. Not a lot of red on this dial. The dial's got a lot of stuff. You can't do your hard 1 banks, but your 2s are fine, your 3s are fine. You got the 3 Talon rolls, the only way to really turn around. So that's a pretty speedy dial with the ability to slow down. It's not often you see a 5 straight and a 1 straight, and neither of them are red. So that's actually pretty interesting. So kind of like the dial, definitely do. Now looking at some of our pilots. Before we jump into the pilot ability, just look at the ship's stats itself. Now, you've probably already seen these because this ship was featured in the FFG Live play of Wave 4, but it's not a particularly, impressive ship on its own. I expect it to be fairly cheap, but it's a little more survivable. So that it'll definitely cost more than a TIE fighter, but it'll cost less than an X-Wing. So somewhere in there. So you've only got 2 attack, which is kind of weak. Only 2 agility also, which is surprising for a 2 attack, kind of a faster ship. You've got 3 hull only, but 2 shields, which is actually not bad. So it brings it up to 5 total. And you've got focus and target lock, but also barrel roll and boost. So you've got like a little bit of that interceptor vibe going on, but with only the 2 agility, it doesn't feel quite as nimble as your typical like A-wing or TIE interceptor kind of ship. Now, we do have full throttle that they're all going to have. Is that after you fully execute a speed 3 to 5 maneuver, you may perform an evade action. And that's going to be free, so of course you can't be stressed when you do that, though. But that's pretty cool. That makes you want to fly fast, and the evade action is going to help you actually dodge a little bit. So that kind of makes it feel a little more in the ballpark of like an A-wing or something like that. I think this one will be close to A-wing kind of cost. I just have a feeling it'll be in that ballpark. Now for this one, this is Ric Olie, and he was in episode 1. He was that guy who was teaching Anakin like about the controls in the Naboo Royal ship that they were on, and and this one controls the pitch and the yaw. Oh, you catch on pretty quick, kid. And with that, I believe that was actually Ric Olie. So he knows a thing or two about starfighters, and apparently he's the one that taught Anakin everything he knows about being in a starfighter. Depending, maybe not. It's just headcanon there. But he's in Initiative 5, which is pretty good. He does have the ability while you defend or perform a primary attack. That's important because it's 2 things. Primary only. If the speed of your revealed maneuver is higher than the enemy ships, roll 1 additional die. Pretty good chance that it will be because this ship can go so very, very fast. And so that's pretty nice. If you're running away, you're going to get that extra die, plus you're probably going to have the free evade. So a ship is going to turn into a pretty survivable ship, especially if you go fast and then do a focus. If you're just trying to survive, that focus and evade are going to really help you stay alive. So that's kind of cool. And he's Initiative 5 too. But that works for attack also, so that's pretty nice. If you manage to and here the dream scenarios that you manage to move right in, from really far away, get into range 1, still out of their arc. You get 4 dice on that attack if you happen to do a really fast move and they went slow and you happen to be out of their arc, and and you can shoot them at range 1 with the faster dial. And it's cool because that's definitely a thing that we're going to see here is that the N1 is you doing a lot of stuff to reference its revealed speed. So I know sometimes people will like reveal their dial and then just pull it back and kind of like put it on their side of the board. I think it's going to be important that even after a dial is revealed here, that you maintain which ship you already revealed a dial, which kind of worries me because we've seen a lot of things going on with like cheating or accidental cheating lately. And I feel like this is just one more thing where people are going to have to pay extra attention to something that they didn't have to pay attention to before, and that's what you do with your dial after you flip it over. Because like we don't really watch that very much, and like at least I'm not in the habit of watching people's dials after they've already revealed them. Because like let's say you reveal a 4 straight, and then somebody like and then it gets like twisted a little bit to a 5 straight, and just say, oh yeah, I was been playing X-Wing for years and I just never really thought it mattered, and so there may be habits of like, oh, I started planning my next turn's maneuver already. Well, but I'm attacking you now. What was your speed again? Oh, I don't know. Which dial went to this ship? My point is, I'm talking too much about this mechanic, but my point is this is something that we're going to have to start keeping track of. Is not, and even if it's not an N1 Starfighter, no matter what, if you're flying a regular generic X-Wing, you're still going to have to start keeping track of your dial and where you put it. Now, this may be something that some of you have done all along. I'm just telling you, I haven't really paid much attention to it. And like sometimes I would like if I'm flying 2 X-Wings, I'd just reveal them, put them back on it. Like it's not like I would say, all right, this one now goes to that one for next turn. Like I would just kind of put them kind of in a pile, and then when it was time to go, and do it again. So it's just something you may have to adjust the way you're keeping track of game components, because this is really kind of shining a light on something we didn't really shine a light on before. And we're going to see more pilots that do this sort of thing. So we've got Anakin Skywalker, the hero of Naboo. This is Kid Anakin, and he absolutely tries spinning because that is a neat trick, just like in Episode 1. By the way, 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace was yesterday, I want to say. So happy 20th Phantom Menace. It's still a great movie. Honestly, it had its silly parts that we weren't crazy about, but a great movie. Great movie. Initiative 4, so still a good pilot. Before you reveal your maneuver, you may spend a force to barrel roll. This is not an action. It's just performing the barrel roll. So it's a free barrel roll, does not count as an action. Pretty cool. And of course, then it means he can then barrel roll. So you can barrel roll twice with Anakin. Not at the same time, you'll have to still also do your maneuver. But that's pretty cool. So you could potentially barrel roll backwards, do a 1 straight, and then barrel roll backwards again. So, go this way, and then go up, and then go this way. So I'm pretty sure you could pretty much stay still if you wanted to. But I don't think that's what Anakin wants to do. He wants to get up in there and go crazy, right? He wants to do this fast moves. He wants to do all kinds of goofy shenanigans. So that's fun. Yeah, Initiative 4 too is not bad. 4 is a good spot. We've got Dine Al-Burger. Sounds fun. Sounds hungry. I'm making me hungry. I want an Al-Burger. It's made with love. Initiative 3. While you defend or perform an attack, if the speed of your revealed maneuver is the same as an enemy ship's, that ship's dice cannot be modified. This one is actually, I really like this one, because this one works for defense and attack, and there's so much dice modification in this game. And this is, again, one of those times where it's going to be really important to track everybody's maneuver and make sure that we know what dial goes to what ship for the entire course of the game state. Because, again, this is a really big one. I just talked about it with our Initiative 5 pilot, and now we're seeing it again with our Initiative 3 pilot. So got to track those maneuvers. All right. Padme Amidala. She's Initiative 4. While an enemy ship in your forward arc defends or performs an attack, that ship can modify only one eyeball result. Other results, however, can still be modified. So they can only change one eyeball, but they can still reroll blanks or potentially churn blanks to other results, so like with an evade token. This one doesn't seem like it's really that good of a card or of a pilot. It's just... it's all right. It's got its uses, but since she's only a 2-attack ship and she's not if she's rolling a missile, they point out they talk about giving her like they talk about giving her ordnance, and I get that that's an option, but it just doesn't seem like it's all that great. But I mean, this could also help other ships too, because when they defend. you know, all right. She has her use of maybe hunting like interceptors and A-wings and stuff like that. Um, and maybe she will force people to want to take the evade action a little bit more, since that one can modify a blank. Maybe that's an idea. But again, if people have target locks and stuff, it's not going to do a whole lot there because they can still re-roll dice. We've got a Naboo Handmaiden. A Naboo Handmaiden is our initiative 1, and they're restricted, so you only have 2 of them. And this one's kind of cool because after placing forces, you're going to assign the decoy condition to a friendly ship other than a Naboo Handmaiden. So we're going to look at that condition because it's a unique condition. So even if you have 2 of them, you're still only going to put out one condition, and that is this right here. And this one is pretty cool. So we're going to look at the top half first, then we'll look at the bottom half. While you defend, each Naboo Maiden in the attack arc may spend 1 evade token to change one of your results to an evade. So basically, you can share. It's like networked calculations for evade, right? So that's cool. But if you happen to also be a Royal N1 Starfighter, instead they now just be able to straight up add a result like the old X-Wing 1.0 evade. That one's much better. So ideally, if they want to really work, because if it's a better decoy if it's the exact same ship, right? That's kind of the mentality that's going on here. But if it's a different ship, like if you wanted to have the decoys kind of serve as like bodyguards for Obi-Wan Kenobi, all right. Well, then they can just modify like the blank results maybe they can't just add an extra one. But if it's the same ship, if you have let's just say the handmaidens are bodyguarding Amidala, then they can give her even more dice. So you're range 4, range 3 through a rock, she gets to roll 4 dice, but you rolled 6 attack dice because you've got the super ultimate Vorpal Cannon of Doom. They can add their results to that, so you can even potentially roll more than you would have been able to normally. So decoy seems like a cool thing, and it's a clever mechanic because it makes you feel like I need to shoot the decoys first because the decoys can't defend for each other. And so I like that. And there's going to be arguments for using 2 decoys or only 1. But you can't if you have 2 decoys, you can't have them both, give decoy somewhere else because decoy is a unique. So pretty cool. Now we have some upgrades too. This one is really, we need to talk about passive sensors. This one is amazing. Specifically because like in our last Wave 4 preview, we saw ships that can, do target locks during the engagement phase. And now we're seeing a sensor that's going to let lots of ships, not any ship, but a lot more ships, because this is not restricted. There's no requirement on this. Anybody who has the system, the sensor can take it. So passive sensors looks really good. As an action, you're going to spend your charge. You can only perform this action during your perform action steps. So this is like letting you bank. This is letting you bank an action. And while it's in action, you cannot be coordinated. So no free actions from you from coordinate. But before you engage, if it's inactive, you may perform a calculate or a target lock. So it's not even restricted to only target lock. So this lets you do a calculate or a target lock during the engagement step, which is pretty significant. I mean, all of those low initiative, I expect this to be kind of, I feel like this will probably be a little bit expensive, just so that you can't have an incomplete, missile spam swarm of like initiative 1 ships or something like that. I feel like it's gonna have to be at least a little expensive. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll end up being like 2 points, and this one is concerning. But this is also completely illustrating the point that we absolutely need X-Wing card packs, just like they're doing for Star Wars Legion. And they've already pretty much said that they want to do it for all the other games too. So to me, that's soft confirmation that the card packs are coming. But this is a huge example of something that, and I mean, they're even showing you a First Order Special Forces tie, right? So obvious. Well, actually, or is it even a special? It looks like a Special Forces tie. It's got the antenna on the top. It's got the wide thing, but it doesn't look like it has the paint job. Although it could just be a black painted Special Forces tie. Either way, that looks like, I mean, I've got the Hasbro Black Series Special Forces tie, and it has that exact same rim around the inside of the wing there. So that's pretty much a tie SF right there. But yeah, I mean, they're going to love it. There's B-Wings might even like it quite a bit. I mean, just being able to run generics that can now target lock after all the Initiative 6s have gone, that's awesome. That's really cool. So passive sensors looks really good. You're gonna want lots of them, and I don't know if everybody's gonna want to buy like 3 N1 Starfighters. I can see, I wouldn't mind buying 1 or 2. I can see 3 to try to do the decoy mentality if you want to try that. But we need card packs like we just do. All right, we got this Astromech here, R2A6. After you reveal your dial, you may set your dial to a maneuver of the same bearing of a speed 1 higher or lower. This is going to be, and he's unique, what I'm glad. This is going to be clutch for all of those pilots that we talked about that are, N-1 and, our Initiative 5 pilot. This is going to be great for them because this is going to allow them to really make use of their pilot abilities, or potentially counterplay against them to make sure that that L-Burger can't tie you, or that other dude isn't going faster than you. So this is just great for that. And what else is kind of cool about this one? Usually stuff that's changing your maneuver turns it into a red maneuver. This is not doing that. It's not giving you that red maneuver. So if you do a white, especially on the N1, because it's got the 5 speed, that's the 5 straight, that's white also. As long as it's as long as it's not, you're not changing it to a red maneuver, it's nothing here is going to force you to increase the difficulty of a maneuver that's already there, which is very cool. Very, very cool. So I'm liking this. And we have started to see some ships that are even weirder, right? Like we've seen some ships lately that have like, oh, I can do the hard turn really, like the Hyena Bomber. I know Hyena Bomber's not Republic and can't take Astromechs, but my point is that they've done different things with the design space. So a future Republic ship that can take Astromechs, we might see a case where like we change it to another speed, and now all of a sudden we change that maneuver to something that's now blue instead of white, and now or maybe even blue instead of red. This could be a way for us to get out of a stressful situation. You never know. I mean, like it's just really cool the different options this opens up. This seems like a really good Astromech, a really, really good Astromech. And that's the stuff we got to take a look at today. All the new stuff that they showed us. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Don't forget about that giveaway. We got about another week and a half or so still running for the giveaway. I typically announce giveaway winners at the end of my videos. Wave 4 should be coming hopefully soon. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm really loving the Republic. I think it's my favorite faction right now. And I'm really eager to add even more ships. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. And you can... was that redundant? Leave a comment and let me know what you think in the comment section. I've been saying this so long, I'm starting to go dizzy. All right, well, I'm going to end it right here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.